Wouldn't it be great to create your own heaven? There was a sage here in India who had figured out how this matrix works, and she created her own heaven. This heaven, even the gods could not enter in this heaven because this was her heaven. It was not the gods' heaven, it was her heaven. So she could decide who enters into her heaven. Can you imagine how beautiful and how powerful that is? I'm going to tell you exactly how she did it. So for that, you will need to remove two things from your life. Every time you're trying to manifest and that need and that want arises, you will need to remove these two things which you had figured out. Till the time these two things, you're operating from these two things for your manifestation, it will never happen. So these two things need to be out from your life, at least for that moment. So what are these two things? For that, first you need to figure out where is this need coming from for your manifestation. Okay, between your needs and your wants, I always tell my clients, I always tell everyone, between your needs and your want, your needs will always be fulfilled. Your wants, you will need to work hard for it. Let's say right now your need is thirst. In a place like this, if you're thirsty, if somebody knows how to figure out where water is over here, you will get water. Your need will always be fulfilled. If you're in the city and the thirst arises, even if there is no water around you, you can go request for water. It is impossible that you don't get water. But now when that need of thirst turns into a want, that I want watermelon juice. Watermelon juice out here, if you're going to ask me, I'm going to tell you, dude, just walk back home. Or princess, just walk back home. So now if your need is thirst and you want Starbucks coffee, then you got to really work hard for it. Especially if you want 2 scoops of ice cream on it, you got to really work hard for it. So all your need, let's say right now your need is love. Your need is money, job, career, everything that you're trying to manifest. You need to see if it is arising from a place of jealousy. Remember this word. All our emotions today, when we need something, it's a feeling that has arisen inside that this is not there in my life and I need it in my life. So from need to when it turns to want, you got to start figuring out, be true to yourself. Where is this coming from? Is it coming from jealousy, which eventually turns into hatred? That, okay, right now my friend has the best car and all my friends around me have love in their life and I don't have that money, but that other fellow has money, and my classmate who was nothing today has his own business and I was so good in my studies, I don't have any of this. And if it's coming from a place of jealousy, which eventually turns into a hatred, then my friend, it will never get manifested. Never. Because it's coming from a wrong place altogether. This is how this matrix is designed. That fine, let them manifest, let them play all these games and tricks and figure out all these practices and all. But if it is coming from a place of jealousy and hatred, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. It'll never happen. So this is what Sage Anusaya had figured out. This was her passion, to figure out how this matrix is working. So if your need is coming from a place of jealousy and hatred, it is not going to get manifested. So how do we figure it out? Jealousy and hatred is a part of this realm, of this matrix. It is going to keep coming. So what you need to do is, next time when a need arises, okay, there is no harm in fulfilling all our wants. Why can't we get whatever we want? But when your need arises, let's say for an example, for a car, that okay, you travel really far and you can't use public transport, you got to wait for a long time, you need your car. That need, if it is now turning into a want for, let's say, a BMW. Yeah, but I want that BMW, I want that Mercedes, I want that fancy car, that sports car for it. Then you got to figure out if it is coming from a place of jealousy, hatred towards something else that somebody else has. Then for that moment, get off the horse of manifestation, like I always call it. People sit on a horse, or like do their spiritual practices like they're sitting on a horse and they're not even in control of their horse. So for that moment, get off that horse of that spiritual practice that you're doing. Let this emotion go away. Every feeling, every emotion that arises will also go. If it's come, it will also go. It's impossible that somebody throughout the day is going to just keep laughing all the time. No, you will go through different feelings, different emotions all the time. So for that moment, for at least those few days, 1, 2, 3 days, figure it out. You don't need me, you don't need anybody else to bring that truth out from you, that okay, do you really want love because your husband's having an affair with somebody else? Be true to me. No. Nobody is going to be true to you. No, they'll say, no, I don't care about him. I don't care about my wife, and, I want love. No, it's coming from a place because somebody else, your partner has somebody else right now. So if it is coming from that space of jealousy and hatred, for that moment, for at least 1, 2, 3 days, stop doing whatever you're doing. Let that feeling go away. Let that emotion go away. Then say that, yeah, now I want this for myself. I want all that money for myself, not because somebody else have it, I don't have it. I want that love because I want that love. I want a partner in my life. If it turns into love, great. If not, she was a great partner, he was a great partner. I want that car because, yeah, I want to feel how good it is to drive a sports car, or that bike, or that house that you want to live in, or if you're looking for peace, joy, spiritual knowledge. A lot of people, I'm amazed, a lot of people in today's time want spiritual knowledge because somebody else has it and they don't. Somebody on social media has it, somebody on a YouTube platform has it, but I don't have it. I want my spiritual knowledge. I want to get my spiritual knowledge. So if it's coming from a place, somebody else has it, I don't have it, then it's never getting manifested. So like I said, jealousy and hatred, Anusaya had figured this out. She had so much of knowledge that she had even told Sita Ma, who's Ram Bhagwan's wife, and they were in exile. She told her what herbs to eat, what plants to eat, for her to keep looking youthful, to keep looking beautiful. So when Ravan, who had kidnapped Sita Ma and kept her in a place which was a very beautiful garden, so a lot of people will say this garden was a garden like somewhere where nobody can age. So he kept her in a very beautiful garden, basically, is what people will say. I don't think that's true. I think Sita Ma had all the knowledge, what she needs to eat, what herb she needs to take from that garden, what she needs to do with it to always feel youthful. That youthful was not only for being to look pretty, but also you're in exile for 14 years to be energetic. You need to walk, you need to move around, you need to go to different places, travel so much. At that time, it's all by foot in forest. So she had all that knowledge. Anusaya had all that knowledge. So jealousy and hatred is always going to stop your manifestation from happening. Get it off from your life. It will keep coming. So every time it comes and you're at that stage where now you want to manifest something, just figure it out. That, okay, if it's coming from that place, just let it die down. Let that jealousy go. Let the hatred go. It's come and it will definitely go also. It's the law of this realm. Everything that comes goes. So let it just pass away and eventually start doing whatever practices that you're doing, and I'm sure you will manifest everything that you're looking for. You can create your own heaven. She did it too. She was in human skin, in body, just like us. So if she could do it, it's not that easy, but yeah, if she could do it, so can you. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. Until I see you again, have a good life. Namaste.